What is up, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday, and I hope everyone had a fabulous Martin Luther King Day weekend. It is that time of the day, you guys, where we get to talk about hot topics. So let's start off with Jodie Sweetin, who happened to be the star of Full House. She played Stephanie Tanner on Full House. We all loved her immensely. Well, Stephanie Tanner is now a grown, engaged woman. She just got engaged this past weekend to her boyfriend, Mescal Wasilewski. Jodie Sweetin went onto Instagram saying, "So that happened." And then Jodie Sweetin went on and made a Maya Angelou quote saying, "In all the world, there is no heart for me like yours. In all the world, there is no love for you like mine." I love you, Mescal, for always. Jodie Sweetin continued, "You're my person. I can't wait to see the life that lies ahead for us. Here's to us and our life of adventures together." With her birthday just 2 days away, Sweetin, who played Stephanie Tanner on Full House and Fuller House, added, "I think I'm really gonna like turning 40. Hashtag soon to be Mrs. Hashtag more in love every day. Hashtag happy 40th birthday to me." After hearing the news, several celebrities took to the comments section to congratulate the pair, including Sweetin's Full House co-star Candace Cameron Bure. "Congratulations, sis," she wrote. "Love you." Sweetin and Wasilewski started dating in 2017, but they didn't make their romance Instagram official until 2018. "You're my safe place, my partner, my best friend," Sweetin wrote on Instagram this past September. "We've made it over 4 years, nearly 3 of them were spent thousands of miles apart. But 4 years ago, on September 16, we made a decision that we were 100 completely in this. I wake up every day and love you even more." Wow. Okay, so it seems to me that this couple is definitely going to last, and it seems to me that they really love each other, especially by just seeing how happy they seem to be together. You know what? I really am happy for Jodie Sweetin, especially after going through so much lately, especially because of the death of her TV dad, Bob Saget. Um, you know, I'm glad she found some light, at least, in these past few days. And honestly, I know it's going to be very sad that Bob Saget is not going to be able to attend her wedding when Jodie gets married to Wasilewski. But I know that the day that she gets married, Bob Saget is going to be watching her from up there and is going to be so proud and happy of her. I know that for sure. And I know that Jodie Sweetin is going to sense that too, because we as people, we sense that when we lose someone, we sense that once they're up in heaven, they are watching us and that they are looking over us and that they are, guiding us spiritually. So that's what it is here. That is definitely what it is. Jodie Sweetin, I really am hoping the best of the best in her marriage when she gets married, and I really hope that she, gets to find lots of happiness, and I really hope that her marriage gets to last for a lifetime, And you know what? She's 40 years old. She's still young, She's still really young. 40 is not old, ladies and gentlemen. She is very young. And because unfortunately there's a lot of people that like to judge and criticize people that are in their 40s and that get married at that age, and they're like, "Oh, well, why didn't she get married at 30, or why didn't she get married at 20 something?" But no, 40 is a great age, especially because there's a lot of people out there that have a lot going on in their 20s and 30s that they don't even have the time to even get engaged, and I think that's what happened with Jodie Sweetin here, was maybe she just didn't have the time to get married throughout those ages where she was like, "You know what, I'm gonna just wait until I'm at a certain age," and now that she's gonna turn 40, she's now found that time where now she's engaged. and now she's about to get married. Um, and honestly, Candace Cameron Bure, I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up being the bridesmaid. That's for sure, because she was her play sister on Full House and Fuller House. I mean, come on now. I think it'd be ridiculous if she wasn't if she wasn't the bridesmaid. You know, same with Kimmy Gibbler. I think she will end up being a bridesmaid too, because she was, you know, of course, one of her co-stars from Full House and Fuller House, and of course, she's a really good friend of Jodie's. So it would be nice to see a little Full House reunion right there the day that Jodie gets married. But congratulations to Jodie Sweetin and Wasilewski, to Mescal Wasilewski, on their engagement. Alright, so now from Jodie Sweetin getting engaged to now Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. Well, it has been revealed that Andrew Garfield lied about his Spider-Man return. Well, the Amazing Spider-Man actor recently revealed that he lied to his former co-star about his appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. As fans may know by now, Garfield and Spider-Man alum Tobey Maguire teamed up with current Peter Parker Tom Holland in the 2021 film. However, leading up to the movie's release, the stars were very tight-lipped about their surprise cameos. In fact, Garfield wouldn't even tell Stone who played Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man films. Emma kept on texting me, Garfield, who dated Stone for 4 years, recalled on Josh Horowitz's Happy and Confused podcast. She was like, "Are you in this new Spider-Man film?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She was like, "Shut up, just tell me," Garfield continued, laughing as he told Horowitz he kept up the bit until the film's release. So, when the movie came out in December, how did Stone react to Garfield's lie? Well, as he told Horowitz, she saw it and she was like, "You're a jerk." Though they've both moved on romantically, it seems as though Stone 33 and Garfield 38 are still friends following their breakup in 2015. At the time, a source told E! News there is definitely still love for each other there. They remain close and are on good terms. Alright, well, this is quite interesting to hear. Quite interesting. I mean, you know what? We have all been in a situation, of course, where we would lie, especially to our couples, you know, about certain things, you know, especially when it comes to our work life. But, I mean, let's be real here. I feel like sometimes you just have to lie. You just have to, as wrong as it sounds, you have to, because there are times when you just can't say certain things for your own safety, or there's just times where you just don't want to say something because you just want to make a certain thing a surprise, which is perfectly fine, you know? And also, I feel like if you go off and you get too truthful sometimes, and sometimes that could just lead to consequences, to the point that maybe, you know, things could just get said to the wrong people, or I don't know, people are just going to end up spreading rumors about you, or I don't know, God knows what else could happen if you just go off and get truthful at times. So, with that being said, I personally think that, you know, it was okay for Andrew Garfield to lie, you know, especially because maybe it was just a certain surprise for Emma Stone just to find out if whether or not he was on the Spider-Man movie or not. So, I mean, it's all good. It really is all good. I mean, there's really nothing to worry about. And I feel like, you know, it's just one of those innocent lies, you know, that some people would just make from time to time. It's not like, you know, Andrew Garfield would lie and say, "Oh, yeah, I cheated on you while we were dating throughout this period, but I didn't want to tell you," and this and that. Now, that right there would have been a major lie. Because, I mean, that right there is something that, of course, a couple should not be hiding. And, of course, it's something that, that's pretty serious. So, anyways, I think that this was just interesting and funny to find out about the whole entire fact that Andrew Garfield lied to Emma Stone about him returning to Spider-Man. Yeah, but anyways, ever since then, Emma Stone, she has moved on, from Andrew Garfield. I mean, she's no longer dating him. Now she has a baby, and now she's married to someone else. And Andrew Garfield has moved on too. So, I mean, things have changed between the both of them in in a personal relationship way. But good thing is that they're still in good terms and they're still good friends. And that is something that I really am happy about, because there is nothing better than to end up in good terms with a certain person that you used to be dating or married to. Because if you're going to end up being in bad terms with someone that you used to be married to, or that you used to be um, dating, then what's going to happen is that you're just going to end up creating more drama, or God knows what else could happen too, you know. And another thing that could happen too is, I mean, there could also be a feud going on too if you end up in bad terms with that certain person. So yeah, the best thing of it all, especially if you have kids with the person, I mean, not that I'm saying that Andrew and Emma have kids together, they don't know. But I'm just saying that, especially if you end up having kids with that certain person, it's always best that you end up in great terms. So that way, these kids can, not be raised, or cannot be seeing in a bad environment where the parent is fighting with the other parent, and then there's separation going on, to the point that they're not speaking to each other, and then to the point that, that you're just giving them a bad example of what you should do when you're getting separated from someone. Because basically, when it comes to a couple not speaking to each other, not getting along with each other, and not being in good terms with each other, period, after separation, you're basically giving them that bad example to your kids, and that's the last thing that you would want. So that is right there what I'm trying to say. Okay, but anyways, this whole entire Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, just still hilarious about that little funny line. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Betty White. Yesterday, Betty White would have turned 100 years old, but many people paid tribute to the late actress. People still remembered, of course, that she was turning 100 yesterday. And a lot of comedians, they shared final photos of Betty White in honor of her 100th birthday yesterday. Well, what would have been her 100th birthday yesterday. One of the people that shared a picture of Betty White was her assistant, Kirsten. Well, Kirsten, not only did she share a picture of Betty White, but she shared a picture of one of her last days being alive, you guys. With the caption, "Radiant and beautiful and as happy as ever." That's what she said in the caption. And Kirsten, she got to post this last picture of Betty White on Betty's verified Facebook page and on her Instagram too. And just seeing that picture, you guys, I mean, it really made me sad, just having to know that she's no longer with us, and just having to know that Betty White, she looked just fine, and it seemed like she really was going to, still be with us to this day. It really seemed like it by just looking at that picture of hers. But unfortunately, I was wrong. She unfortunately passed away just 17 days before she turned 100. I did hear, though, unfortunately, that Betty White did suffer a stroke a week before she passed away, which I'm sure that was the cause of death of Betty White. And it was also a cerebrovascular accident, or, well, yeah, same thing, a stroke. So anyways, to this day, I still can't get over the fact that she passed away. I really can't. And honestly, I feel like, this is going to be hard to really process. This is going to be very hard to process because Betty, she was extremely a bright she was an extremely bright person. She was very talented. She was very kind. She was everything, everything that that a lot of people would want to work with, and we were all expecting for her to, make it to 100. We were all expecting for her to have a big celebration for her 100th birthday, and unfortunately that just didn't happen. But I mean, sometimes, the most unexpected things happen, especially to us human beings. We never know when we're gonna pass away. We never know when we're gonna end up having something with our bodies. We don't know anything. Unfortunately, we live in a world where everything is so unpredictable, and we as humans, we just sit here and we just expect for us to be alive in the next year, or in the next 2 or 3 years, or in the next 10 years. But in reality, we don't know. We don't know. It's scary. It really is scary. And Betty White, expecting to celebrate her 100th birthday on the 17th, but passing away on the 31st of December at the age of 99 is one of those examples. So, R.I.P. Betty White. You will forever be in our hearts, and you will forever be remembered. That's for sure. And January the 17th will forever be that day that we will forever remember the late Betty White. And I feel like this day should also be a holiday, because Betty White, she really paved the way for not just everyone in the music, but in the TV business, but also for the in movies as well. So especially because she was, working very hard, and she was working for 8 decades. So that's something. So anyways, from Betty White to now, something different. Okay, so now let's talk about Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner granted permanent restraining order against man who visited her mansion. Well, a 23-year-old man who was previously arrested outside Kylie Jenner's Los Angeles home after he reportedly violated a stay-away order. According to court documents obtained by E! News, the Keeping Up with the Kardashian star was granted a permanent restraining order for a period of 5 years against a fan, Drew Meskin, who has allegedly tried several times to approach the billionaire at her mansion. A judge ordered the fan to stay away from the cosmetics mogul and not harass her. E! News has reached out to Kylie's team for additional comment and has not heard back. Kylie Jenner narrowly avoided a scary situation over the holiday weekend, According to TMZ, citing law enforcement sources, a man was arrested outside the Beauty Muggles Los Angeles home on Sunday, December 26, after buzzing her gate. The outlet reports that a security guard spotted the man and called the police, who arrested him for violating a restraining order Kylie was granted against him for showing up to her house numerous times in recent months. A booking sheet obtained by E! News confirms that the 23-year-old man named Drew Mascan was arrested in a misdemeanor charge. He's currently being held on $20,000 bail. E! News has reached out to Kylie's reps for comment and has not heard back. She has not publicly addressed the arrest. Back in 2019, Kylie filed a separate restraining against another man who showed up to her home. The man, who pled no contest to one misdemeanor count of trespass by driving on private property and one felony count of bringing contraband into jail, was sentenced to 1 year in jail. Kylie, who is pregnant with her and Travis Scott's second baby, didn't appear to let this latest arrest ruin her holiday weekend. On Sunday, she took to Instagram stories to share more videos of her family's new kitten. Alright, well, that's a good thing that she didn't let that get to her. We have to just, move on and not let the negativity get to us. And that's exactly what Kylie's doing. That's good. But you know what? There is just a bunch of psychotic people out there that will do whatever it takes just to call attention. And that's exactly what I see here is going on. I mean, I get it. This person could be a huge fan, but there's a certain limit when it comes to being a huge fan of somebody. You just can't go over the line and then go off and visit the person or, stalk the person just because you're a huge fan of theirs. Like, no, that's not how it goes, And unfortunately, there's just, a lot of psycho stalkers out there that they think that it's all right to, do that. But in reality, it's not fine. It's not okay. It's not okay. And, these people are even dumb for doing what they're doing too. Like, because, I mean, they know that they're going to get arrested. They know that they're going to get into so much trouble for doing what they're doing, by stalking or showing up at someone's house or by doing whatnot to these celebs. But yet they still do it anyways. So it's like, we don't really get these people at all. And it hasn't just happened to Kylie Jenner. It has happened to Rihanna, to Taylor Swift, to Ariana Grande, to many, many artists, unfortunately. So, I mean, we really do not, get these people at all. We really don't. But anyways, unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how it is. People just do it. They do stupid stuff even though they know what they're doing is wrong. Alright, well, now from Kylie Jenner granting a restraining order against a stalker to now something a bit different, that's for sure. Well, let's talk about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian's relationship, shall we? Well, as we all know, lately Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have been together. Well, anyways, a lot of people have been very curious onto what's going on between the couple's lives. Well, many people are now convinced that Pete Davidson is a photographer because Pete Davidson has been capturing her latest bikini pics. Kim's latest bikini pics. Well, at least that's what fans think when it comes to Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. All thanks to one of her latest bikini pics. That's what the fans think. Well, anyways, Kim had her Instagram followers buzzing on January 17 when she posted 3 photos of herself frolicking alongside a beach in her two-piece swimsuit, captioning the series of snaps, in quote, Mother Nature. But it was the third photo itself that seemed to catch everyone's attention, since there was a noticeable shadow in the photo behind the lens, and for fans that could only be one person. The shadow is Pete, we all agree, right? One person wrote, another added, tell Pete to not get a shadow next time. A third follower commented, not me, zooming on the shadow of the photographer to see if it was Pete. So all small social media investigators aside, the assumption of boyfriend turned photographer wouldn't be that far-fetched, considering the budding romance between the two seems to be going pretty strong. Ever since the couple confirmed their relationship last November, there have been several low-key dates between Kim and Pete. Not to mention, the couple took their date nights beyond their local spots. Most recently, jet setting for a getaway in the Bahamas, where he likely could have snapped those bikini pics. However, the relationship between the SNL star and the Skims founder goes beyond palm tree and pictures, with a source telling E! News in early January that Kim and Pete are getting very serious, adding that Kim is smitten and the relationship is very exciting to her. As for whose shadow that was for sure, well, social media seems to be keeping up with the clues. Alrighty then, well, you know what? This is what happens when you are very happy with the couple that you're with. You know, that you'll just show how proud you are to be with that person by even taking pictures and posting them on social media, you know. And also you will take like the best pictures you can of your own couple because of how much you love them. I mean, that is couple goals right there. That's actually pretty cool in my opinion. And I personally think that, you know, the both of them are just living their lives, and you know, I feel like nothing should be intervening between the both of them. You know, I mean, I heard unfortunately that Kanye West is, you know, furious about the fact that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian are together. But I mean, there's no need for him to get furious when he's already separating from her and they're already going through a divorce. So, but that's just what I heard, you know. But in my opinion, though, I think that they are happy. Him and Pete and Kim are happy, and you know, maybe we might see wedding bells in the future. Maybe we might not. I don't know. Now that we're seeing that things are getting a little bit more serious now, especially with these pictures. And I also think that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, you know, there's gonna be a time when, you know, maybe Pete Davidson will post a picture of himself with Kim at the beach, and and making out with her at the beach. Who knows? Or maybe proposing to her at the beach. Maybe we can see those type of pictures from Pete. You know, maybe we can see that because of how happy the both of them seem. It could happen. It could be possible. We never know. We never know. I mean, things happen, especially when a couple loves each other. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens between Kim and Pete in the near future. If things don't go work out, then, you know, it was never meant to be. But if things continue to work out, then maybe things are pretty much meant to be here. And I see that Pete Davidson, I mean, he loves older women as far as what I'm seeing. Kim Kardashian is 40, and Pete is 28. So that's a 12-year difference. And it's not even the first time, by the way, that Pete Davidson gets to be dating a older woman. Because I remember a few years back, Pete Davidson was dating Kate Beckinsale, who happens to be 44 or 45 years old. So this is not the first time, but I mean, that's the thing. You know, there's a lot of men out there that like older women, and that's how it is. The only woman that I've heard of that he has dated that is around his age, and that was engaged to, was Ariana Grande. But that didn't work out. The engagement didn't last, but that's in the past. But anyways, that is it for today's show, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Jose Show. I'll be back with more news about what goes on in the celebrity world as the usual. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. Well, that is it for today. Till next time. Peace.